So this is not a video I thought I would make, and it's not the content I like making. I like being funny and informative and doing fun little editing stuff, but it kind of needs to be said. This was actually one of the first topics I wanted to cover when I started making videos about Genshin a whole week ago, but I wasn't sure if my opinion on this was too far-fetched, or that I would just get hate from the fan base of larger content creators for attacking them, which I'm not trying to do. I don't think they're doing any of this intentionally, unless they're getting paid for it, which would be really bad, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it is probably the biggest problem with this game at the moment, not counting in-game things like resin and you know what I mean. It's also a little bit uncomfortable having my face in front of a camera the entire time I'm talking, but maybe I'll get used to it. However, I decided to make this video because either yesterday or today, whenever I get this done, Mtashed, who is arguably the biggest content creator for Genshin Impact, included in his most recent video that he is basically denouncing spending money on this game, and he was almost on the verge of tears because he felt bad for the way he was promoting spending money on this game. And that's what made me decide to make this. I want to delve a little bit deeper than he did into the issue that is the influence of content creators on their fans for spending ridiculous amounts of money in a gacha game like Genshin Impact. But you have these huge YouTubers like Tectone who are making videos talking about full constellation Klee and calling themselves whales and spending hundreds, thousands of dollars in videos to get these insane buffs to characters through constellations, or just rolling until they get the 5-star character they want. And what that does is it makes people want the same thing because they own this game and they play this game and they feel like they're missing out on content that is attainable for them that other people have, when really it's not possible. Unless you have a shit ton of money, you're not getting a full constellation 5-star character in this game. It's not gonna happen. You would still have to pretty much luck out to get a full constellation 4-star character. Maybe not luck out, but you would have to spend some amount of money or completely optimize every single one of your Primogems. Let's just look at the math and see what it would take to get a full constellation banner 5-star character, assuming that you don't get this 5-star before the pity, which is very likely to happen, because it's what, like a 0.6% chance, a 1.3% chance on the rate up banners? Let's just look at it. Alright, so this shit was way too hard to do, filming myself and then going back and forth between screens, but basically, starting at 0 to get 90 wishes to get a guaranteed 5-star would be 14,400 Primogems. And that's just to get basically assuming that you get her every single 5-star. If you want to get full constellation, you need to roll her 7 times, which is 100,800 Primogems you would have to spend. So heading to the Crystal top-up page, that means you would have to buy 7 of the $100 packs plus the $50 pack to get that total amount of Primogems, which is $750. And that is only assuming that you get her every single 5-star you roll. If you have bad luck and it's every other 5-star, that's $1,500 you would have to spend on this game to get one full constellation character. Unless you have buckets of money sitting at home, this is not worth your time or your money to get these constellations that make your characters better. It's a game. It's a gacha game. I can't even consider it an RPG anymore. It's a gacha game that you may or may not grow tired of in a month or two. The game's been out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and people are spending so much money for nothing. Nothing. It's a game. Like, I play a lot of video games, guys. I know they're fun. Shit, they're really fun. But it's one game. So, issue with this, other than the fact that these large content creators are influencing their viewers who most likely don't have as much money as they do to empty out their wallets and put themselves in financial ruin at 19, 18, 17 years old, MiHoYo sees this shit, you know? They are not oblivious to the fact that these huge content creators are spending a shit ton of money on this game, and even aside from that, people are spending a shit ton of money on this game. People in general, not just content creators. Content creators are certainly making it worse by dropping thousands of dollars in one video just to get one character. I mentioned this in the first video I made on Genshin Impact, but MiHoYo still doesn't know which direction to take this game, if they want to turn more towards gacha or more towards the RPG elements of Genshin. But shit like this will make them, for sure, turn it into a full-fledged gacha game. People are so willing to drop hundreds, thousands of dollars on a single character, and MiHoYo is going to capitalize on that. They are going to add new shiny characters and continue the gacha element and work more on how they can make more money, how they can give the illusion of the chance to pull X character X amount of times, and flashy new ways to promote wishing while spending less time on developing the actual game. You guys realize this game is like 1/6 of the way done, right? We have 2 of the 6 or 7 regions available right now. The third one isn't set to come out until maybe April 2021. This game is certainly going to have longevity, but whether or not it's longevity as an RPG or longevity as a cash grab gacha game is up to us. It's not up to MiHoYo. If these huge content creators continue to drop hundreds, thousands at a time on wishes and not even be slightly apologetic about it, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. As much as you may not want to admit it if you fall into this category, but a lot of viewers, a lot of fans of these content creators, especially the younger ones, are very impressionable. And if these content creators make it seem like these huge gambles are worth it, they're basically promoting gambling, except you are destined to lose. If they continue to do this and make it seem like spending a lot of money on this game or continuing to take risks on banners is worth it, is worth the risk, it's gonna fuck people up. When new characters come out and there's a shiny new toy and these content creators are continuing to make videos trying to pack this character in a wish, their fans are gonna do the same fucking thing. But there's one difference. Their fans don't have any fucking money. But they spend it anyway because they want to have the same shit as these content creators, because once again, it seems possible to get it because other people have it and you're playing the same game. But that's not how it works, especially in gacha games, especially in Genshin, which is the first huge gacha game that there is in terms of its exposure, and it's on consoles and it's coming to the Switch soon. It's a very curated gacha game. Okay, so looking at yourself on a camera really makes you lose your train of thought, but the main point I wanted to get across is this. I am not trying to bash these content creators, I just think that they need to be a lot more responsible. Sure, every once in a while they say things like, hey, if you don't have as much money as I do, then maybe consider not doing this, but it's not enough. And I understand that their $1,000 wish videos get them the most views and the most traction, but it also attracts more impressionable people. If they want to keep making videos like this, they need to hammer in the fact that people should not do the same thing if they do not have the influx of wealth that content creators do. They need to understand that unless they're telling people explicitly not to do this, they are essentially promoting gambling to people that cannot afford to spend this much money on a video game. Otherwise, they are inadvertently responsible for making these young, broke people lose all of their money, and they're also responsible for MiHoYo turning this into, once again, a full-fledged gacha game. If people keep spending thousands of dollars on Genshin at one time and broadcasting it, MiHoYo is going to put exponentially more time, effort, and resources into the gacha elements of the game as opposed to the open-world RPG part of the game that most people started playing for. I don't know how to end this video. It was more of a rant, an unedited, poorly edited rant than anything else, but I just wanted to get my voice out there for the 16 people that are going to watch this. Thank you for making it to the end if you did. I will be back to normal content probably in the next few days. I'll see you guys later.